All right, in this video, I want to do something interesting. In the context of reality transurfing, we're always just talking about inner intention versus outer intention. If you've read the book or you've kind of gone through some of my material on reality transurfing, you know that you want to make your way from having all your actions being aimed with inner intention towards outer intention. Why? Because outer intention has the power to rule the world. In other words, outer intention is a lot more powerful. It is much more effective in getting you the outcome, the result that you actually want. So it's much more effective in manifestation and achieving your goals. And the more your actions are aligned with outer intention, the more seamless and effortless this process of manifestation and growing on your spiritual journey, going through life, will be for you. Whereas inner intention will be a lot of struggling, a lot of efforting, and then yet still it is way less effective and sometimes still doesn't even reach its intended outcome because inner intention is very selfish. So what I want to do in this video is give you 3 examples of just kind of situations that everybody goes through and how inner intention would deal, how a person who subscribes to the worldview, the model of inner intention, how that person would deal with it, and how the person who follows the model of outer intention would deal with those same situations, okay? So here on my phone, I just wrote down 3 examples that I thought of. So let's talk about the first example, which is you wanting to get something from another human being. This could be anything, right? Like you want them to do you a favor, or you need them to do something which will somehow benefit you. So often, like at least once a day, we're in this situation where we want someone to do something for us. It's very good that where you're just not in a state where you just are self-sufficient and you don't, need other people to do anything for you. However, sometimes it's just natural. So let's go about this. Like, how would a person who is solely based in inner intention go at this situation? He or she wants something from someone else. That person would either simply like go and try to manipulate that person into doing what they want, right? Like nonchalantly trying to manipulate that person into getting their own way. Maybe they would simply just ask. Maybe they would force that person to do what they want, like maybe even blackmail. Or maybe they would bribe that person, right? Giving them something so that they can get their own way. So you see, like inner intention is very selfish. Inner intention is always focused on, I need this. How can I get this? How can I make that person give me what I want? Okay? And as you know from personal experience, this is not really that effective. Sometimes it does work, right? But usually it's not that effective. And even if it does work, it requires so much like mental strategy. It requires so much energy, efforting, that it's not even like a way to live your life. It's just so much time wasted in those strategies, trying to get other people to do what we want from them, okay? So a person who goes at this with the perspective of outer intention doesn't go at it from a selfish viewpoint. Okay, that person knows that everybody in this world at any given moment wants something. We all want something. So instead of trying to get the other person to do what they want, they would first try to think of like, okay, this person, whatever stage of life they are in right now, like what do they desire? What is something that they truly are seeking right now? And just try to figure that out real quick. Like, what does this person really desire from life right now? Is it like freedom from their job, or like, is it, a smoothie right now that would make them really happy, some ice cream, or, going to travel some places, anything. What does this person want? Think about that first. And then be the vessel through which this person can achieve their goal, can get what they want. If it's something small like a smoothie or something like that, like you can truly just get it for them. But if it's something bigger, right, like they want to travel the world and you can't really provide them traveling the world, then what you can do is simply visualize them traveling the world and having an amazing time. Realize that we are all connected somehow, okay? And you launching a visualization in your mind of, just giving positive energy to this person, seeing them in your mind's eye being happy and fulfilled and just loving life will affect your relationship with this person in some way, in a positive way. So you can quickly launch a visualization regarding that and just give this person what they want, at least in your mind. Now here's the catch. Don't do something for them with the attachment of getting something in return. And this is where people go wrong. They'll employ this technique, but at the same time, they're still so attached to what they want from this person that now if they give this person what they want and this person doesn't give them what they want in return, now they're going to be upset, resentful towards this person. You know what I mean? So you can try this technique, but at the same time, you have to start with not being selfish, to being open to the possibility that you will give this person what they want and they still might not give you what you want. And then being completely okay with that. If you feel any sort of resistance within that you're not okay with that, right? This exchange happening where you give them what they want, but they don't give you what you want, then you're not really ready to employ this technique. You truly have to eliminate all attachment to what you want from this person. And if you're actually able to do so, and you simply give this person the positive energy, the whatever they want, they are much more likely to naturally give you what you want. Life will orchestrate it. In some way, shape, or form, they will feel inspired to simply either ask you what you want or just complete the task that you wanted them to complete. Don't ask me how this works. I don't know how it necessarily works either, but it does. Try it in your life. When you go to your car and you drive, you just know that the car drives, right? You just know if you put it in drive and you drive, it drives. You don't know the inner mechanical workings of it unless you're like a mechanic. So realize that you don't need to know how it works exactly. Don't get lost in the technicals. That's what most people do with manifestation and spirituality. They get lost in the technicals, trying to figure everything out with their mind, while just losing the entire bigger picture. While just losing the fact that they can just try these things and see the results, and then it will just work for them effortlessly, rather than having to know how your entire car is driving and moving and stopping. You can just drive your car. So try this. But again, you have to eliminate that attachment. Outer intention is unselfish. By giving up the need to get what you want, you receive the very thing you let go of. That is the principle of frailing in reality transurfing, which is a product of outer intention. So you see how it's very different from a person coming at it from an inner intention point of view, where just I want this, give me this, I need this. It's a sort of energy that actually repels. Whereas if you are based in the energy where, okay, here, take this, here, have this, while having no attachment to give me, that's the type of energy that attracts, that pulls towards you. And then naturally people will give you what you want. Or someone else that you didn't even expect to give you what you want will give you what you want. Okay? So that's scenario number 1. We're already 9 minutes into this video. Okay, next is just trying to achieve any goal. Any goal. It could be income, it could be like career, relationship, anything. Inner intention is always based in the perspective of being here, and the goal is over there on the other side of this mountain that I first have to climb to get there. And because the achievement of the goal is on the other side, that means my happiness also lies on the other side. So the person with the conventional worldview, that's something that we all grew up with, inner intention worldview, looks at the goal from being here, the goal is over there, happiness lies on the other side. And until they achieve that goal, they cannot be happy, but they cannot achieve the goal until they climb this, huge mountain that's going to be an absolute struggle for them. So what happens? Because they're expecting this from their point of view, and they're approaching their life and their goal from this point of view, now on their journey, they will see countless obstacles. The journey to their goal will be them climbing a huge mountain, and then maybe they'll get over that mountain, maybe they won't. But one thing is for sure, they will never be happy until they achieve that goal. But they will never achieve the goal because they will constantly manifest a reality in which the goal is over there. You see, by you always having the perspective of a person, of the version of you for which the goal is over there, you will continue to manifest a reality in every moment, every single day, in which your goal is over there. Happiness is over there. So that's inner intention, and that's why it's not effective. And that's why it requires a lot of hard work and struggle. Now, a person coming at a goal from the perspective of outer intention attunes their current energy to the version of themselves that maybe has already climbed that mountain. The person based in the perspective of outer intention doesn't even see the mountain. They're already over there. So see, already, before even taking any action towards your goal, you are already putting yourself in the perspective of a person who's already achieved this goal and has already dealt with this entire thing and already is happy. So the person who lives through the perspective of outer intention is happy now, is joyful now, is fulfilled now. They're not waiting to climb a mountain to be happy and deserve their happiness or achieve their happiness. Happiness is a given of life. Happiness is a prerequisite to life. Realize that. Wake up. So the person with outer intention, they attune their energy. They start putting themselves in the perspective of the version of themselves that has already what they want, has already achieved what they want. Starts thinking about the type of life that they will have once this goal is already a done deal, once I've already achieved this. What kind of thoughts am I having now? What do I want to achieve now that is over with? Right? Like, what does my day-to-day life look like now that's done? Put yourself in the perspective of that person. This causes an instant shift in your energy. The more time you spend in that perspective, the more your energy will start to mimic that of that dream self. And now the process starts to unfold naturally. You start getting ideas naturally. You embark on this path to this goal naturally. And then life comes and supports you naturally. And rather than you having to climb this mountain, there is no mountain to climb on that journey with outer intention. Your goal happens faster, it happens more effortlessly, and it's a much more enjoyable process because you are happy now. All right, try this. Next, so the last example is, let's just say you get into a minor car accident, like someone just bumps your car in the back. Small, but it's annoying because now you have to deal with all the insurance and you have to deal with the whole situation. Inner intention in this scenario reacts, and a person with inner intention, in the inner intention mindset, reacts and tries to control the situation to their benefit. Again, it's like, how can I manipulate the situation to get me the most ease, get me the most money, rather than just going with the situation. And we'll talk about that one second. So there's very selfish, right? It's just like, I want to control the situation so I can ensure my survival. I can ensure my best case scenario. That's inner intention. And it also reacts. It's negative. It's like, damn, this shouldn't have happened. Reality right now in this moment is not the way that it should be. It should be some other thing that I decided that it should be. So there's a lot of dissatisfaction. There's a lot of unhappiness. There's a lot of resistance. Now, a person based in the perspective of outer intention remains balanced and allows the situation to unfold by following the flow of life. This has happened to me personally, and I'll give my example in a second, but when let's just say that car accident, someone just hits you from the back, right? And it's minor, you're completely both okay, but now you have to deal with this whole thing. If you react like, damn it, this is not supposed to happen right now. I have a meeting to get to, and this just completely ruins my day, ruins my life in this moment. Now, from that energy, the way this situation will unfold is in that same vibration of your reaction, which was negative. So this situation that could have been handled an infinite amount of ways, out of which half are positive. This situation could actually lead to a positive result for you. But because as soon as it happened, you reacted in a negative way, that is the vibration, the feeling, the frequency in which the situation will now unfold. So good job. You just did that to yourself. That's inner intention. And then the inner intention tries to, tell the other person, oh, you were wrong. Your insurance owes me money. And you're going to take care, you're going to do all of this. So it's very selfishly focused. Always just trying to ensure its own well-being. Whereas now, a person with outer intention, as soon as this happens, right? Someone hits you from the back. You don't let it ruin your day. You don't even react to it like it's something negative. Oh, it's unexpected. I had a meeting to get to. That's okay. It happens. These are things that everyone has to deal with. Sometimes you get this and you have to deal with it. There's no reason to ruin your day over it, ruin your entire energy field over it. And also that person wakes up in the moment and realizes that my energy right now is going to determine how this situation unfolds. And then that person gets out of their car and doesn't just try to get their own way. They simply just follow the situation, follow the flow, allow the situation to unfold. How do you know that that person that just hit you, right, like wasn't the very person that you needed to meet in order to, get some opportunity to achieve your goal? Something like that. And it could be anything. Or how do you know like the mechanic shop that you need to go to now for your car repair, how do you know you're not going to meet someone there that is essential for your current goal at this time? So see, at any given moment, you are just judging the situation through your mind's filter of this is not how it should be. I had a meeting planned. Whereas like that meeting, maybe it would have been a little beneficial to you, but in comparison to how beneficial this situation could be for you, it was nothing. But you can't see that in your current perspective. So this whole process of manifesting and creating your own reality is about expanding your perspective, knowing that you at any given moment don't have the full perspective of any situation. You don't have the full perspective of reality. So not reacting based on those emotions, based on that perspective, but rather opening your perspective and allowing the situation to unfold, expecting the best. Not selfishly, but just knowing that you are life. Life always comes to support you. And just expecting the best from that. So the person with the outer intention wouldn't try to blame it on the other person or try to manipulate them or try to control the situation to make sure that they're not going to pay any money, but rather simply just following the situation in a calm and collected manner, in a balanced way. And they will follow the situation. If it ends up being of benefit to them in the future, that's great. Or the least that will happen is that the situation will not unfold further in a negative way because their own energy, their own response was not negative. And outer intention will, then take care of the situation. You will naturally manifest a reality in which this situation is taken care of in the best possible way. This is actually a personal example that happened to me that I've actually shared in my videos maybe like almost a year ago now, where this exact thing happened to me. And this was when I was just kind of, trying to practice this and implement all this stuff in my life. And I remember this was one of the first times I realized that something like that happened and I didn't react at all. Instead, I actually had a positive reaction. As soon as it happened, someone hit me from the back. It was a minor thing, by the way. But someone hit me from the back and I actually smiled that, oh, wow, this is an opportunity to practice this. And I got out of the car and, just kind of followed the flow. It was okay. Like even while the police was like filling out the report and whatnot, I was just maintaining. I was actually smiling. I was completely fine. And what ended up happening is that the situation unfolded in the easiest way possible. Didn't have to pay anything and actually got some other stuff on my car repaired that wasn't even involved with the accident itself. But like that also got taken care of for free. So you see, it was just like a beneficial situation. But if I had reacted in that situation in a negative way, it would have unfolded completely differently. So realize that when something happens to you, it's not written somewhere how the situation will unfold in the future. All that is dependent on your energy in the now, on your reaction to this stimulus, to this current event. So the person who is based in the perspective of outer intention knows this and practices this and lives it. Okay? Those are the three scenarios. Start practicing this. See how outer intention always has a wider perspective on reality and always manifests the better outcome. Not only that, it manifests it more effortlessly. So stop creating struggle in your life. You are the one creating the obstacles, creating this mountain that you now have to climb over to happiness. Let go of the mountain. Just teleport to the other side right now by embodying that energy right now. Always ask yourself, how do I want my life to unfold from this very moment onwards? Okay, let's just say you chose happy, free, loving, powerful. Okay, well, embody that energy now because that energy is what will direct the rest of your life. How do you know your future? Always ask yourself, how do I feel right now? What am I believing to be true right now? Your state of being, your energy in the now is always determining what is coming next. Practice this, practice this, practice this. Use everything as an opportunity to practice this. Make this a way of living. And naturally, it does become your way of living. It's not even difficult anymore. And you can get there too. It doesn't matter how currently conditioned you are in that other conventional worldview. Okay? So practice this. If you want to learn how to further accelerate your reality, the time between a desire and its manifestation, click the link in the description box below. Check out my free accelerated reality masterclass, Manifest Faster. All right? But other than that, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what you really loved about this video. I think maybe I'll do more of these examples if they really help you. All right, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.